The opening clip starts with a fade-in. This creates a transition between the outside world and the diegesis of the video. It also encourages the audience to try and figure out slowly what they are seeing in front of them. Therefore, the director has already drawn us in and has us experiencing an intellectual puzzle. The camera is handheld and so it is shaky. This connotes the dizziness of the two people because they are clearly in love from their positioning. The colours are dark because of the low-key lighting, which foreshadows a story that will maybe be sad in the future. The man is wearing a leather jacket and sunglasses, which are stereotypically perceived as cool items of clothing worn by those who do not want to conform to society. The two characters are also in the centre of the frame, which could represent that they are the main feature of the whole video. The director has chosen to add text to the video. This makes it easy to identify. The characters are walking away from the camera while it uses a tracking shot. This gives the impression that we are following them and will see how their story pans out. They are isolated, which again enforces the idea that they are the focus of the music video. There are no lyrics at this point, which could mean that it is setting itself up to be made of conceptual clips. The lead singer and actor in the video has his leather jacket thrown over his shoulder, which makes him look casual, a look linked to the alternative rock genre. This clip allows us to get a closer look at the two characters. The mid-shot just gives us enough space to have a closer look at their casual/indie rock-esque outfits. The male has the girl's fingers in his mouth, which suggests that they have some sort of romantic relationship, which gives us an idea of what the music video will be about. This is the final shot in the sequence. It goes back to the mid-tracking shot that was shown before. Across it is the director's name. This shows that he's proud of his work, but also lets us know that this is fiction. It has been created to perceive a message. This romanticizes what is happening in the video because of the themes it contains. This clip is a mid-shot and it shows him putting a cigarette in the girl's mouth. Cigarettes are common in alternative rock music videos, as they are seen as rebellious items because of their deathly nature. The room appears to be misty, which makes things look hazy. This could have been used to create the effect of a lot of smoke. It suits the messy ideology which is alternative rock. The only lighting is natural and coming through the window, which makes the room look dark. This turns the characters into silhouettes, which means we are focused on their actions more than what they actually look like. We can see the man holding a microphone, which implies that he has been performing for his girlfriend, which could connote romance. The room also appears to be at an angle, which means the shot is canted. This creates the illusion that things within the room are not quite normal. Maybe the characters have taken drugs, something associated with the rock lifestyle. This close-up shot allows us to see the man holding a cigarette, which, as I've explained, are props, often seen in alternative rock music videos. We can also see a few of the tattoos on his arms. Tattoos are associated with people who listen to alternative rock. This allows us to prejudge this character, and we quickly stereotype him. Again, this shot seems to have some sort of mist within it. It implies that things are not clear and the character may be confused himself. This close-up shot of the man puts focus on his facial expressions. He doesn't look happy, which could tell us something about his personality. The bright background puts the right side of his face in shadow. This suggests he is conflicted between happiness and sadness. The clip cuts to this shot, which only lasts for around a second. It shows the characters walking towards the shop. This foreshadows something that maybe happens later on in the video. The characters look in a hurry, which may make the audience seem suspicious. The fast-paced editing between the shots also makes the audience sit in suspense. It holds their attention because things are changing quickly. This kind of editing is usually used in horror films and lets the audience know that something bad and tense is about to happen. The colours are lighter and more natural in this shot, which suggests that it is in the day. The girl is wearing leopard print, which is usually associated with sultry ideology. This could be giving us a clue to the girl's personality. It also appears that Matt has something around his face. Could this mean that he doesn't want to be identifiable? This setting is also deserted, which leaves the focus of the shot on the two main characters. This is a similar shot to the previous one. This could mean that the shot before is what Matt was thinking of or imagining happening, which is why his face is in shadow. This is a close-up. We can see the characters touching each other, which enforces their romantic relationship. We get the idea that they are close and the relationship at this point is good. They appear to be sat on blankets, which makes them appear casual, and that they aren't the kind of couple who care for luxury. Again, a common theme associated with the alternative rock genre. This clip cuts back to the characters walking towards the shop. The angle of the camera makes the shop look bigger than the characters, which in return makes it look daunting. It adds fear to the building. Here we see the male character walking alone, smoking a cigarette. The sky is dull, which could be pathetic fallacy, as his body language doesn't perceive happiness. His ripped jeans suggest that he's alternative, and therefore it reinforces the genre of the song. He also shows his casual nature in a plain white t-shirt. He is isolated and in this moment appears antisocial, which is a stereotype of people who listen to alternate rock. The mid-long shot puts us at a distance and we can see his body language. The camera tilts down and we look at the ground. We can see that it is littered with bottles and dead grass. The setting looks deserted, which could imply Matt has come to think alone. Does this mean something has gone wrong? The grey colours seem to back this idea. We then cut back to him in the other room smoking a cigarette. His body language suggests that he's thinking something over. All the cigarettes in the music video could be used to represent that he is stressed. This is the same setting as the one he was walking alone in, only this time he is with other people. These are his real-life band and his fictional girlfriend. The high-key lighting creates verisimilitude because it is daytime, but it also represents the happiness the couple are feeling. They are at what looks like an abandoned swimming pool. The graffiti shown suggests rebellious behaviour, which alternative rock is supposed to encourage. All the characters are wearing plain clothes, which means that again the colour scheme is minimal. The 1975 are known for their love of black and white. This is shown throughout their music videos, including Robbers. The isolation of the characters make them look as though they are different from others in society and part of the out crowd. They have different beliefs and this is why they are alone. In this mid-long shot, we get a closer look at the abandoned swimming pool and the graffiti that is in it. This emphasises the isolation of the alternative rock genre, and its listeners also feel isolated from the rest of society. The actor is on a skateboard, which is a hobby associated with alternative people. In this clip, we see the female character giving the male character a cigarette. This shows their personal and close relationship. After they kiss, which further enforces this. The cigarette represents rock lifestyle and that they probably don't listen to the warnings about them. She is placed higher than him, which could connote female dominance. However, because she is holding the cigarette, it could mean she is maybe his inferior in the relationship. This clip is filmed in handheld, which makes it seem more realistic and as though it is with our own eyes. The shot also pans, which results in half the room being cut out, which also makes it seem as though we are spying on them. They aren't sat close to each other, which implies that they are having some problems in the relationship, and this is why we are having to hide. The smoke in the room also connotes mystery. Here we see him taking what appears to be drugs. Just like the cigarette, it represents the rock lifestyle. The male actor is resting his head on his girlfriend's lap. This shows that their relationship is more than sex and they have a friendship. It also implies that he has a sensitive side and needs his girlfriend to look after him sometimes. The bottle in the foreground could also suggest that they have been drinking, which is unusual in the daytime. This shot has already been seen before. It is reinforcing the idea that the actor is maybe under stress and he doesn't care about his health because of this habit. This clip shows the girl cleaning up. It fits with the stereotype that women do the housework. But alternative rock is not really about this. It is probably used to show her as being helpful and the kind of woman that would look after the male character if they stayed together, making her an ideal partner for the male audience. This clip is a pan and it shows the tension between the two characters. The girl is just staring at the man, who is sheepishly looking over his shoulder. It implies that they are not speaking because something bad has happened between them. This shot is a close-up of the two actors kissing. The red lighting connotes love and makes the moment more intimate. It puts focus on the relationship between them. This shot shows the boyfriend taking what appears to be drugs. The actress is dressed in a crumpled t-shirt, which makes her appear to be laid back and she feels comfortable. He has no top on, which again suggests he is laid back. The location suggests that they do not take pride in their home, as it appears to be cleared. It could also show their innocence because they are both still young. The lighting seems to fall on the girl rather than the man, which makes her look angelic. This is another close-up of the couple kissing. It is taken from a low angle, which connotes that their love is superior to the love of others. As an audience, we look up to it. In this clip, we are back to seeing them apart. This is a contrast to the previous clip, in which they were clearly in love. The man is smoking, which could imply that he is stressed or unhappy. However, the natural light coming through the window is right behind him. This makes him appear to be the good one and puts his girlfriend in the darkness. The unmade bed could symbolise that things aren't perfect within the relationship either. Here we see the characters clearly making up again. They are both smiling and we can infer from them holding hands that they are connected. The location suggests that they are far away from lots of people and it isolates them as a couple. They only need the other person in order to be happy. On the fence behind them there is yellow and black tape, which suggests that they shouldn't be there and hence we get a sense of rebellion. We jump back to a previous scene which further enforces that they are in love. Here we see the couple walking towards someone's house. The man has his arms in the air, which suggests he's open and happy. It suggests that he's free and doesn't feel trapped. The dull colour scheme fits the same scheme as before. It is different to the colour scheme that may be found in, say, a pop video. Again, the house seems to be quite isolated, which could show that they live quiet lives and they only have a few friends. The camera angle allows us to feel like we are following them into the house and therefore we are a part of the group. The girl now has her arms in the air, which enforces the idea that they are here to have fun. The fences give the impression that they are closed off from society. His shirt is open, which makes him appear to be laid back, which is echoed throughout the video. The girl is wearing boots, which makes her look more tomboyish, and she isn't there to be objectified in the same way many girls in pop videos are. The long shot allows us to see the abandoned land in the background. The light coming through the window is streaming through and surrounding him. This looks like rays from heaven, and it could be used to show him as a god. This makes him an ideal self or ideal partner. The light also acts as a spotlight so that the audience focus on him in the shot. The smoky room also makes the location look like an old club, and this is backed up by the small old-fashioned microphone the singer is holding. Everyone else in the room is watching him, which again places more attention on the lead singer. The imagery of a guitar in the video reflects the alternate rock. The man is also wearing ripped jeans, a clothing item associated with the genre. He is helping her to learn guitar, which shows he cares and wants to better her as a person. This is emphasised by the close-up of their hands and not the faces. This is another shot of the guitar and it shows the same as the previous clip. These flashbacks are used to make an impact because they juxtapose what is happening in the future. They were happy, but now something bad is happening. The positioning of the characters makes them appear to be close to each other. The softening of the clip also implies that there is romance between them. The red tone of the clip creates a sense of romance, and again the light falls on them, which puts the focus on them. They are the focus of the music video. When she gets his gun, he's begging, babe, stay. cut only allows us to swiftly see the couple walking towards what looks like a store. The man is wearing a floral shirt, which is not something often seen on men. This shows that he is alternative. He also has long hair, which is not usually expected of men because of its feminine qualities. The man and his band are pushing society's idea of a heterosexual man. The girl has her midriff showing and the man is wearing an open shirt. They are reflecting the band's image of individuality by both wearing revealing clothing. The quickness of the shot also makes us wonder what we just saw, which could suggest that it will be important later on. It is unclear what is happening in this clip, but it can be implied that it is sexual. It shows how open their relationship is and the romance from the red lighting. This is a similar clip to before, however we can see that Matt's face is covered by a balaclava. This suggests that he doesn't want to be identified. Therefore we get a bad feeling about what is about to happen. Here we can see that the main character has something taped to his stomach, maybe foreshadowing the future. The low-angle shot makes him look superior to the others, and his open arms make it look as though he's expressing this feeling. The smoke trick that Matt is performing shows that he is experienced and has probably been doing it for a long time. It enforces the idea that this is part of his lifestyle. The girl in the background is blurred out, which could represent that Matt is not focusing on her because they have maybe fallen out. The use of drugs in the video is used to fit the convention of an alternative rock video. It can also connote that the couple are addicted to each other just like they are with the drugs. She is snorting the cocaine in a public bathroom. This shows her carelessness, as the surface may not be clean. It also suggests that she doesn't care, which reflects the alternative attitude. The close-up allows us to clearly see what she is doing. This mid-shot then allows us to focus on her reaction to the drugs. She seems more relaxed after taking it. Part of the frame is covered by a wall. This suggests that as an audience we are hiding away from her and trying not to let her know we were watching. Her top is already revealing, but now we can see the effects of the drugs. She has one of the straps slipped down her arm, which suggests that she isn't really bothered anymore. It could be argued that she is being objectified, which is stereotypical of alternative rock videos. This shot of her walking through the cafe allows us to follow her and see exactly where she is. People will find it strange that she just took drugs in such a public place, but this is what the band want. They want you to question society. Here is another example of the couple's carelessness. The man falls off the table he is standing on. As he does so, a lot of money flies up into the air. We have already made a judgment that the couple can't be rich because of the places they live and the clothes they wear don't look expensive. So we question where this money came from. It foreshadows what is going to happen after and helps us understand the different time settings. We then jump back to this cafe. The girl is biting her lip, which could mean she is not only being seductive, but she is keeping something a secret. The man is also wearing sunglasses inside in the daytime, which makes him look alternative. They are drinking water, which could also suggest that they are trying to sober up after a long night getting drunk, which would confirm with the alternative rock genre. A close-up of the way the note is passed across the table and a pan movement follows it. It suggests that it's important. It also emphasises that this relationship is full of secrets and personal things the outside world do not understand. It makes the relationship appear closer. This mid-long shot shows an intimate moment between the couple. It emphasises the love they have, and although they do bad things, they really do love each other in a more sensitive way. We can see that they are directly looking in each other's eyes, which suggests that there is a strong connection between them. The beer cans and bottles that surround them show that they are part of their lifestyle, but the love is more important. We suddenly see blood and wonder what has happened. The new scene we can see is at an old theatre. The film title is not an actual film. It is a quote used often by the 975 that means the poetry is in the street. They want to be an unpredictable band and wanted some colour in their videos, which caused controversy because of their previous image. The setting connotes that they are going on a date which is romantic. Dates at the cinema were a very common form of date years ago, and this could mean that they are old-fashioned, but in a quirky, alternative way. They are wearing the same clothes as they were in the beginning, which could mean that in the beginning of the relationship, they were very happy. Inside the cinema, we get a sense of seclusion. The man never takes his eyes off the screen, even when his girlfriend is talking to him, which makes him look slightly arrogant. It also shows that she cares about him because she's offering her food to him. In this clip, the girl appears bored as she plays with her boyfriend's sunglasses. Here we can see the man rolling a white substance up. The fact that they are taking drugs in public may shock general members of the public. This rebellious behaviour fits the alternate rock genre. If the shot before is continuative, then we can guess that Ma is putting cocaine in his girlfriend's mouth. This intimate connection visualises their relationship. He has his finger in her mouth, so they must be comfortable with each other. It also shows that they support each other's drug-filled lifestyles, which could be dangerous. She playfully sucks his finger, which again shows their naive and youthful relationship style. Here the shot is semi-blocked by cinema seats. It reinforces that sense of we are hiding from them and following them secretively. It is as though they have a close relationship and they don't need other people. Again in this shot they share a cigarette. They encourage each other's bad habits, which could show that they know they will never be perfect, a motif in alternate rock. She looks at him lovingly in the eyes, which shows their love. Here he encourages her to smoke. Sharing a cigarette shows their close relationship. The camera pans and tilts down to put the focus on how happy the female character is. This is the first in a sequence of shots in which the lead singer is holding a gun. It shows that he is dangerous, which is a connotation of the alternative rock genre. Here he is pointing at her head. He plays with it in a joking manner. It represents the recklessness of the man and maybe even the recklessness of the relationship. The girl looks genuinely shocked and afraid of what could happen. It could show that she doesn't trust her boyfriend because she knows what he's like more than the audience do. She starts shouting and tries to knock it away from herself. This creates tension and contrast from previous clips, which were full of love. The arguing that is happening is contrapuntal to the soft music. The performance aspect of this video is shown through the man serenading his girlfriend. It allows us to know that he is singing the song and that it is aimed at her. Him pointing at her in this clip enforces this theory. The tint of red on their faces also suggests romance. It creates a star persona. The story follows the lead singer and not the other band members. He is the face of the band and therefore is seen the most. The man doesn't stop and continues pointing the gun, but this time he's properly steadying it as though he's going to shoot it. Her posture suggests that she's tired of him and wants him to stop. The girl and the gun are in the centre of the shot, which makes it the focus. The man's body language suggests that he's slightly drunk. He is acting like a child with a toy gun. This mid-shot contradicts the previous shot where drink has been glamorised because of its alternative rock nature. It highlights to the audience the dangers of drinking. He could seriously injure himself. However, this could be a way of showing him as fearless, which can be perceived as cool to many young people. If we can infer from previous clips and the image of the star, the way the man is pointing the gun and being aggressive with his facial expressions, it could foreshadow what is about to happen. Here we see the man acting more reserved. He's holding the gun to his lips, which implies he's thinking about something. Again, he's pointing the gun at what appears to be nobody. He could be trying to practice acting tough. This mid-close-up shot allows us to perfectly see the state the man is in. He's clearly drunk, and after the argument with his girlfriend, we can infer that he needed to get drunk in order to forget it. His hands are shaking while playing with the gun, which makes the audience feel uncomfortable because it could be dangerous. His messy hair also reflects this disorderly behaviour. His eyes are narrow, which enhances the danger as it suggests he cannot see properly. In this clip, we see the actor jumping and walking around on old planks of wood. It shows he is quite childlike and doesn't really act his age, something that is expressed through alternative rock music. This is ironic as he has a bottle of wine in one hand. This childlike behaviour is reflected through the handheld camera, which makes the shot shaker. We get a better look at the location. The cracks in the walls makes the place look unstable, and we can infer that he shouldn't really be there. This close-up shot shows the man's feminine boots. They are alternative to what is seen on men in hip-hop videos. This quick shot of the girl looking over her shoulder with a nervous face makes us wonder what she is looking at. Its quickness also increases the tension. It is followed by another quick shot of the man in pain, but we don't know why yet. We get to see his tattoos, which have a negative image to others in society, but are considered cool within the alternative genre. The close-up shot of them kissing shows that whatever has happened, they are still together and in love. Matt's positioning makes him look as though he is praying to God. Being on his knees suggests he is begging for something, and his head tilted back and eyes open wide shows he is desperate. He is still holding the bottle and gun, the two of the things that are damaging his life. It suggests he is conflicted because he doesn't want to let them go, but part of him knows that he needs to. He is placed in a spotlight. This connotes a heavenly presence and that he really is trying to talk to God. The camera is at the back of him so we can see all of this clearly. This tracking shot allows us to follow the man to his new location. Again we see Matt having fun. The light falls just next to him, which turns him into a silhouette. It emphasises his body language, which is playful. It contrasts to the rebellious behaviour he has previously shown. It humanises people that society label as bad people. The mid-shot allows us to see that the character's facial expression is sad. She doesn't look happy and is upset by her boyfriend's behaviour. The positioning of the characters suggests that they are nervous and don't want to talk about what has just happened. The male character is placed in the foreground, which makes us focus on him. It could also represent that he is in the wrong. Again, her face suggests that she is fed up and things are starting to go wrong in the relationship. When Matt comes to kiss her and appears to be trying to say sorry, she isn't interested and rolls her eyes. It could show that he has done this kind of thing before and she is tired of it. This is juxtaposed by a clip of them being close and she is kissing his shoulder. The clip is cloudy, which softens the atmosphere and it makes it seem more romantic. However, the close-up allows us to see that he doesn't look happy. Maybe he is tired of something and she's trying to say sorry. The couple share an intimate moment and shows how close they are. He looks down at her lovingly. Jumping back to the previous location, we can infer the characters are making up by their positioning. They are kissing and the man's arms are wrapped around her, which makes the kiss seem more passionate. It shows their love for each other is still there. Another kissing scene enforces the theme of love, which is present throughout the video. The director could be using the idea of ideal partner to make the audience want to be with Matt because he is so loving to the girl. The intimate setting with red light boosts the romance. This shot symbolises the kind of couple they are. They look like Bonnie and Clyde, which is often called a ride or die couple. They will follow each other into danger because they love each other. They are both wearing bandanas, which connotes robbery, hence the title of the song. Their facial expressions are stern, which suggests they are about to do something bad. Again we see the man's playful attitude by his body movements. He jumps around while singing. Having fun and being yourself is something encouraged by alternative rock music. This appears to be what the man is doing. Here the video gets more passionate and we get to see the real romance between the couple. Sex is often associated with the rock lifestyle and sang about in the genre. Again, he is being playful and it contrasts to previous parts of the video that have been sad. It shows both sides of the characters. The mid-long shot helps us to see his hands. This shot allows us to see all the band members. However, Matt is stood up, so is the focus. It is enforcing the idea of a star persona and is a promotional device for Matt Healer. We jump to the present now. We have already seen this clip before. We hope to find out as an audience what happens next. The way they look at each other represents their love and they will do anything for each other. Here we start to see new people. The other band members are introduced. It makes them a part of the piece. We wonder why they're here. The black hood makes him look suspicious. The kiss over the balaclava could represent that they love the bad things they do. This man shaking hands shows that he is nervous. The close-up of him gives the impression that he is nervous for what is about to happen. After finishing the kiss, they start to jog towards the shop. Matt looks around, which suggests he is nervous himself. They jog holding hands, which shows they are connected. Everyone is looking out of the window, which creates tension. However, this man still has time to smoke a cigarette. He seems a lot calmer than the previous man, who was shaking. As the driver, it could imply that he's the second most important man in the band. This is the longest clip in the music video. It starts with the camera tracking them walking, but then it turns into a run. Matt pulls out a gun, which implies he's not just going shopping. It is nearly silent for a long time before we hear a gunshot. The couple appear and Matt seems to be badly injured. By the way he is holding his stomach, we can infer that he has been shot. We never see what happens inside the shop, which helps to add to the suspense. We have no idea what is about to happen. We then see the couple running to the car and everything is linked again. Matt is helped in by a band member and shows that they all care about each other. This is the climax of the song, and therefore there are a lot of more quick-paced clips which creates tension. This quick shot shows the passion the couple share. Here all the actors seem to be shouting at each other and panicking. The driver is looking over his shoulder, which shows he's paranoid. The shaky camera represents Matt's eyes as he's just been shot, and the suspense of the atmosphere. The man is clearly in pain by the way he's flinching and raising his torso in the air. His girlfriend is holding him, which shows she cares. Again we see more shouting, which only adds to the audience connection with the video, creating the visceral pleasure of feeling fear for the actor's life. The man is smoking a cigarette to try and calm himself. Flashing back to the sex scene creates a sense of the good and the bad in the relationship, but his girlfriend is still by his side no matter what. The canted low angle shows the girl's messy hair. It represents that things aren't perfect anymore. This next clip is synced with the lyrics of the song, which fits the rule of a music video of there being a relationship between the lyrics and the visuals. It brings the story to life. The way she's looking up at him suggests she worships him. We can still see that Matt has the gun in his hand. He tries to fight people off him, which could show he has a big ego. He doesn't want help. We track him and his girlfriend holding each other up. She really does care for him. Her face looks worried. We are then shown from the back. It is similar to the previous clip of them running towards the store. It shows the consequence of their actions, but they are still in love. They are back in the house, which is still dark, reflecting all the bad things that have happened there. Here we see Matt's bloody handprint on the side of the house, thanks to this close-up. It symbolises the things the couples go through, but are still together. He looks like he is seriously in pain and has given up trying to fight people away, showing his weak side. We flash back to a more positive time, which contrasts to the terrible situation the couple finds themselves in now. His girlfriend is taking control now and exercising her dominance, something Matt had always shown. Her anger could show she is scared for her boyfriend's life. Just like in the cinema, the man is putting something on her tongue. It calms the situation slightly. The red light shows the romance again. The man seems to be more calm now with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. It makes him look cool and that he no longer cares that he's just been shot. By themselves, the girls helps Matt clean the wound. She is then covered by a wall because it is a panning shot, and the focus is left on the big bullet wound. A close-up shot allows us to study the wound in greater detail. This mid-shot allows us to see the pain in the man's face. Their hands are touching as they hold the towel on the wound. It symbolises the danger they face, but still face it together. The man now mimes the lyrics, "You look so cool." He then kisses her and holds her face with his bloody hands. It shows that they are connected deeply, but their relationship is messy at times. This shot of the money suggests that they successfully robbed the shop, which, although is a bad thing, we see Matt as a hero. They all look cool smoking cigarettes and fanning themselves with the stolen money. It links with the rock lifestyle. The girlfriend's silhouette is seen behind falling money. Her seductive pose objectifies her because we can't really see her face, just her body, and is used for the male gaze. Everything is now alright and the man is back to his old ways, jumping around. Everyone is having fun and smiling. They are happy about what they have achieved and the video is going to end on a positive note. The man's dominance has returned with his girlfriend below him and his arms in the air. It represents him as the king and the star of the story. The couple are acting childlike, swinging on each other. It shows that they are happy and in love. The warm red tones reflect this. We jump back in time to the cafe. This clip lets us see what the message on the napkin was. We can just tell that it says "You look so cool," a highlighted lyric throughout the video. It shows that she idolises her boyfriend. We finished the video with the image of Matt on his knees. It could show that his life will always be full of struggle, and because he is alone, he may have to face it alone. Matt is the last person we see, so we remember him more than the others.